Unacceptable. Without a doubt, what happened last night, that was 100% unacceptable. In the year of our Lord 2024, when we have more technological advancements than any other point in history, why is it so difficult for sports fans to have access to games? It's not like we're asking for much. This process used to be so simple. I don't ever remember having this problem in the 1990s and the 2000s. We are in week 1 of NFL season this week. Now, in the past, I could scroll through my guide, find which channel my Saints would be on, which in most cases it was going to be Fox and sometimes CBS. Sunday afternoon, 12 o'clock, turn the channel to Fox, game on my television. Simple. That's the way it should be. That's how it used to work. But thanks to corporate greed, this one simple process, it has become an absolute nightmare for sports fans. Everything else on television is so easy. Everything else is simple to find. If I want to watch middle-aged women act like teenage girls, I can watch Desperate Housewives of Orange County on Bravo. Every night, Bravo is full of screaming yentas providing drama for soccer moms and lonely women. Ooh, girl, did you see that argument? Betty was arguing with Debbie about their son, Freddie. If I want to watch a moose fornicate with a llama, I can find it on television. MTV gives me 24 hours of ridiculousness with Rob Doofus. Throughout the summer, there has been unlimited access to the WNBA dump. Tomorrow morning, the yentas from The View, they will return from their annual Botox retreat to fill the airways with toxic mouth farts. Whatever it is that you feel like watching, it seems like you can easily find it on television. But for some reason, if you want to watch one of the biggest games of the weekend in college football and you happen to be one of the few remaining subscribers of DirecTV, you are shit out of luck. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. And you know, before I get too angry, before I absolutely unload on ESPN and DirecTV along with the NBA, don't you worry, Alice Silver. I know it's the off season, but I have not forgotten about your greed. But before my bitterness takes over, let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video, my friends at the Soapster. Most men do not realize this, but a lot of the soaps that we are using, they contain chemicals that could lower our testosterone. Unless you're a dude aspiring to be a woman, the lowering of your testosterone, that is no bueno. Soaps made by the Soapster, they contain 0 chemicals, which means when you step out of the shower, you step out with the same toxic masculinity that you stepped into it with. Another nice item offered by the Soapster is their shaving soaps. Now, unlike parishioners at Woke United Methodist who spend their lonely Friday night spanking the wanker, most of the men in my audience, we spend our weekends with our ladies. Do not make the rookie mistake of going out unprepared. The shaving soaps offered by the Soapster, they are perfect for manscaping. Their shaving soap provides a fresh shave that will not only have you looking fresh down there, it'll also have you smelling fresh. And just like the bar soap, the shaving soaps, they contain no harsh chemicals and preservatives. So when you are taking care of your manhood, you don't have to worry about shrinking it. Click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL10, BTL10. Save 10% off your first purchase with the Soapster. Last night, me and the wife were sitting in the bar area at a local restaurant. Kid wanted to go see some movie with one of her friends, so instead of going all the way back home and having to turn right back around to pick her back up, we just decided to hang out and watch the game, USC LSU. We sit through the god-awful pregame show. The worldwide leader in woke, they suck at a lot of things, especially when it comes to covering sports. But if there is one thing that ESPN sucks the best at, it is pregame shows. As the pregame show is ending, camera, it provides viewers with a glimpse of a sold-out crowd at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Now, for the first time since the NBA Finals, ESPN had the opportunity to show their viewers what a sold-out crowd actually looks like. The game between USC and LSU, it is getting ready to kick off, and then It happens. Oh, we're sorry. DirecTV has refused to give in to our demands and overpay for our garbage programming. As a result, we have removed the ESPN family of networks from DirecTV. No more ESPN Dos for you, peasant. No more ESPN Deportes. No more Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp. Hey, it's me, Shay Shay. Bye-bye. Toodles. Oddly enough, amongst the barrage and the thousands and thousands of complaints that ESPN received last night, I did not see one person complain about losing access to Pat McAfee. Strange. But naturally, though, people were pissed off. And who can blame them? If you're a cable or satellite subscriber, at minimum, you are paying $150, probably close to $200 a month. More than likely, the only time you actually need your cable or satellite package, football season. You have been waiting all summer for football. You're excited to watch your team play. And these greedy bastards, they take away the access you've already paid for. The same thing happened last year. Hell, the same thing seems to happen every year. If I remember correctly, first game of the college football season last year, I think it was Florida-Utah. Seconds before kickoff, ESPN pulls their network from charter cable subscribers. It's strange how these contracts seem to run out right as football season is about to start. I wonder why. How come this didn't happen in July in the middle of Major League Baseball season? How come this didn't happen back in May when Caitlin Clark made her debut in the WNBA dump? It seems like these contracts between ESPN and cable providers, it seems like they only expire during football season. Strange. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that football season gives ESPN the most leverage. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that college football, the NFL, that is the only thing keeping linear television alive. ESPN might be the worldwide leader in woke, but they are not the worldwide leader in stupidity. I would be willing to bet subscriptions of ESPN Plus drastically increased last night once ESPN pulled their networks from DirecTV. Like I said in the beginning, this is absolutely inexcusable. These disputes between networks and cable providers, they seem to be happening with more and more frequency, and the only loser in this scenario every time, the paying customer. I am telling you right now, if you're a sports fan on a budget, the last thing you want to happen is the death of cable television. The truth is, us sports fans, we have been spoiled for decades. Just like the WNBA has been subsidized for decades by the NBA, sports fans, we have been subsidized by people who don't watch sports. Soccer mom Sheila, who only cares about the Yentas on Bravo, she has been paying so we can watch ESPN. Those days are rapidly ending. As a result, the networks, they are struggling. They are losing billions of dollars in lost subscriber fees. Cable and satellite providers, they are struggling because customers are bitching about higher prices, and the networks, they are demanding increased rates. And again, the only loser is you and me. Right now, I am in the process of getting rid of Dish Network. I have been with Dish for almost 20 years. 10 years ago, my monthly bill was $80, $90 a month. My package hasn't changed, but somehow my bill is $200 every month. For years, Dish gave me everything I wanted. NFL Red Zone, NFL Network. Every night there were shows on various networks that I watched. I had access to every Pelicans game because I had Fox Sports New Orleans. NBA League Pass gave me access to every other team across the league. Fast forward to today. The only time I use my satellite is for 7 hours on Sunday afternoon from September to early January. I no longer watch shows on satellite because the networks, they no longer produce them. Most networks don't produce new shows because they don't have the damn money to, because no one is watching their network. The regional sports model, it crumbled. I no longer have access to my Pelicans through Dish. For the past couple of years, I was paying out the ass for Bally Sports, one of the shittiest apps on the market. This season, the Pelicans, they announced that they were firing Bally Sports, and all Pelicans games, they would be broadcast for free on local networks. Well, Casey, that sounds great! Now you can watch the Pelicans for free! Yeah. Have you ever heard of something called Bounce TV? Neither is anyone else. The Pelicans, they claim that most games are going to be available on Bounce TV. But when you turn the channel to Bounce on game night, they are showing some doofus movie. No big deal though, no big deal. I don't mind paying, so I'll just pay the $200 through Dish for NBA League Pass. That way, I don't have to worry about missing my pills. Thanks to corporate greed and the infinite brilliance of NBA Commissioner Alice Silver, the NBA, they black out all Pelicans games in my area. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll just get a VPN and I'll circumvent these draconian blackouts. As I was thinking up that master plan last week, I received a message from Adam Silver. No! The NBA, they have found a way to stop VPNs. Long story short, I have had to find alternative ways to watch the NBA this season. And I'm not afraid to admit it because I tried to do this the right way. I tried to pay for your shitty product. The problem is you won't let me. So to hell with you. I'll keep my money and I'll watch your league anyway. There is a war going on right now between carriers and networks. Part of the problem is the networks panic and they overpay for these sports leagues. I love the NBA, but I'm sorry. Your games are not worth $76 billion. We are rapidly reaching a point where sports, they will no longer be easily accessible. For leagues like the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, I think we're already there. It is going to get more and more expensive to watch sports. It's going to get more and more difficult to find the games you want to watch, which probably means the casual sports fan will just stop watching altogether. But give me your thoughts on this. ESPN has another dispute with a cable and satellite provider right as football season begins. Strange how this always seems to happen with ESPN during football season every year. Who do you think is to blame here? Is it DirecTV for refusing to pay what ESPN is demanding, or is it ESPN for demanding exorbitant rates? Do you think it's a good thing that cable television is fading away? I think it's going to make things more expensive, especially sports, but maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. Appreciate your support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.